video, we shall discuss about the reactions of these aziridines. So we can call it as chemical properties or simply chemical reactions, right? Let us see. So they also do same nucleophilic ring opening, electrophilic ring opening, and other, that is miscellaneous ring opening. So first let us see nucleophilic ring opening reaction. Ring opening reactions, right? So this is very interesting, right? So let us see how happens, what happens, everything we shall see now, right? So first let me take one. This is what aziridine. Lone pair you can show. If you not show, then no problem, right? So this is aziridine. I don't know why it's not rubbing. Okay, leave it. So see here, carbon nitrogen, this bond only cleavage occurs most of the cases. So how it will breaks here? Since this is tertiary carbocation, it will form. Sorry. Nitrogen was here and here, right? So it will break like this. Nitrogen, H, negative charge on nitrogen, and here carbocation is formed, right? So if solvent is there, from that it will get water is there, then this negative charge gets that proton from HOH, right? So like that it will get, and here positive is there, so water will be there, so OH is like this, lone pairs will be there, here it can give and we will get these products, and here NH2, like this ring opening occurs. It occurs only when polar solvent, because polar solvent will do SN1 reaction. SN1 reaction through formation of carbocation, then we will get this product, right? So if you want to shortcutly, if you want to tell, the nucleophile will attack to that carbon which is hindered, right? Because SN1 will be, order will be tertiary, secondary, primary. So we can directly call it as to hindered carbon, the nucleophile will attack. If it is going through SN2 reaction, then non-polar solvent we use most of the cases. Non-polar solvent, and the order will be primary, secondary, tertiary. It is order of SN2, right? So the nucleophile will attack. So nucleophile will attack to that carbon which is unhindered, right? Unhindered. Like this you need to remember, right? So here what we call in heterocyclic compound chemistry, SN2 reaction is there, right? So this SN2 reaction we call it as push mechanism, and this SN1 is there, right? For that we'll call it as pull mechanism. Sometimes if they ask you to write about push mechanism, pull mechanism, you need to know that push means SN2, pull means SN1. Here through carbocation, and it is through transition state. It is through transition state, and this is SN1 means carbocation. Simply I'll write C plus, right? So why it is called push mechanism, that we shall see. So what it is symmetrical aziridine, right? And both sides are what? Unhindered, because both are simply no anything is there. So nucleophile I am adding. See, let us take this ammonia. So it will attack like this. And one thing you remember, every time in SN1 or SN2, this carbon nitrogen bond only broken. See here also this bond only breaks. This is carbon nitrogen bond. So carbon nitrogen bond breaks. Some reactions are there in which this carbon, this is also carbon, this is also carbon, right? So this bond will break. So carbon bond breaking reaction, that we shall see when that reaction comes. I will tell you. So in SN1 and SN2, that thing also you remember. SN1 and SN2, most of the time we have broken carbon nitrogen bond only, because once we break carbon nitrogen will be electronegative, so nitrogen gets negative charge, carbon gets positive charge through SN1. If it is SN2, the nucleophile will attack to this see here, nucleophile will attack this carbon, then the electron density shift on nitrogen, that is SN2. So every time we break carbon nitrogen bond only, right? So let us concentrate on this reaction now. Let come here. So what happened? So this nucleophile is there, attacks to this unhindered carbon, so this bond is broken, so carbon nitrogen bond is broken. So what happened? See here, it is called push mechanism. Why? Because initially here loosening of this nitrogen and carbon bond happens, and here formation of this nucleophile NH3, this thing happens, right? Here lone pair will be there, through lone pair it will react. So this is transition state, right? So it is SN2, or you can call it as push mechanism, through push mechanism. So transition state, further what happens, this bond is formed and this bond is broken. So we will get like this NH2, that one more hydrogen left the system to satisfy the valence of nitrogen. So here also NH2, here also NH2. So this is called push mechanism. If there is a compound like for coming to SN1, see here, if I want to talk about SN1, it all depends on two things. One is stability of carbocation. So the order I have told, it will be tertiary, secondary, primary, right? So this tertiary group by plus I effect stabilizes the carbocation. These things are the basic, Second thing, depends on solvent also. Polar solvent will prefer SN1, right? So for example, see here, if I take this compound, so this is tertiary, right? Here also methyl, here also methyl, tertiary. If the solvent is polar in water and I am adding NaOH, so it is polar solvent. So what happened, initially this bond broke, carbon nitrogen bond, so I'll get this compound NH minus here, and here 1 methyl, 2 methyl, and positive charge. So it is through SN1. This is called pull mechanism, because it pulls this here, OH minus will be there, right? That will attack here, and this negative charge takes a proton from this water molecule. This proton it will take, so we will get this product here NH2 and here OH. So this is pull mechanism, right? So it is SN1 reaction. So let me take one more example. I hope you are getting it. These are basics things only. CH2 CO OET, right? This proton is acidic proton, right? If I use small base, it will take this proton and this carbon ion will be generated. Let me show that. This carbon ion is generated, that will be stabilized by this here. See, here also electron withdrawing group is there, it will stabilize, and also here also electron withdrawing group. So double resonance it can stabilize, right? So it will be nucleophilic. So always we write this thing, more equilibrium will be like this only. O minus here, double bond here, OET here, and here double bond OET. So while reacting, this electron density comes, it always binds from this carbon only to this nucleophile, and it goes on nitrogen. So carbon nitrogen bond cleavage happened. So here also carbon nitrogen bond cleavage happened, and I will get this products here. So from this only it has reacted, right? So this is the carbon to this COOET is there, and here one more COOET, and here NH negative charge, that it gets proton and it becomes NH2. Like this we'll get this product. I hope you got it. So it is intermolecular SN2 reaction in which carbon nitrogen bond is broken, right? Further, let us see electrophilic ring opening reaction. So second one, now till now we discussed nucleophilic ring opening, that is SN1 and SN2. Now let us see this electrophilic ring opening reaction. This is also very interesting. See, electrophilic means here this aziridine I will take, so it will be having lone pair. To this if I add HCl, H plus Cl minus will be there, so it gives lone pair. So what I'll get, H here plus here, so positive charge, so it can break this bond or this bond, right? So Cl minus, if it attacks here, this bond will be broken and I'll get this product NH2, right? So this is electrophilic ring opening reaction, right? So if you see like this, see here, let me take these two example, just you compare it, you will get to know. Analyze, if you compare and analyze, most of the things will be clear there only. Here pH group is there and here methyl group is there, right? So to this if I add HCl, here also I will add HCl, here also HCl. So here what it will do, it will form like this plus, and here methyl is there. So Cl minus, where it can attack, it has two possibility. Here also it can attack, here also it can attack. It will attack here only. Let me show it by red marker. It will attack here and this bond will break. So it will be like SN2 reaction it will go, right? Why only it attacks here? Because if it attacks, this bond will be broken through transition state. It will form SN2 reaction and I'll get this product here. Let me write. So methyl will be there, here chlorine will be there, and here NH2 I'll get. Whereas here, see in second example, just compare. So H plus first it will form like this and nitrogen, but Cl minus in this case it has possibility here also it can attack, here also, but in this case it will attack here, not here, because it will go through SN1. Why it will go through SN1, that I will tell you. See here, just I will write this. Initially what happened, before chlorine attacks, see first step, let me write all the things. See here, first initially it is like this, right? pH, HCl if you add, H plus, the lone pair will attack and it will form this compound. And here pH group is there. Nitrogen gets positive charge. So because of pH, this bond will be broken initially only. So I'll get NH2 here, pH here, and this carbocation. This carbocation will be stabilized by this pH group. If I want to write pH detail, right? So if I want to write it detailedly, I'll write like this. Single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. So these pi electrons will stabilize this positive charge, right? Because of that only this carbocation is generation happens only when there is stabilizing group like phenyl group, like this. Phenyl groups are there, right? Then only this kind of reaction happens. That is, it will go through SN1 reaction through formation of carbocation. Then what happens? Cl minus will be there. It can attack here from above or below. I'll get this product. So NH2 will be here, and here pH, and here Cl. See, that's the difference. So when methyl is there, I got this product. Chlorine attacked to here, unhindered side. Whereas pH is there, the chlorine attacked to hindered side because it is through SN1 reaction. So formation of carbocation, where the carbocation is stable, there the nucleophile will attack. So this is how you should compare, right? I hope I explained it nicely, right? You got it, right? So next, let us see one more electrophilic ring opening reaction. So simple as aziridine I will take. Lone pair is there. To this I will add alkyl chloride. Since it is CS3COCl, we can call it as acetyl chloride. We can write like this also. Sometimes they will write directly ACCl. You should be able to understand. AC stands for CS3CO. This is nothing but AC, acetyl group, acetyl chloride. Chlorine is there. So what happened? This electron density gives to this oxygen. This electron density again comes back. Chlorine is a good leaving group, leaves the system. So I'll got N-acetylation I did here, right? So N-acetylation. So H here, CO, CS3, and nitrogen at positive charge. So this bond will be broken. So what happened? NH, now I'll shortcutly write AC instead of writing COCH3, right? It is understood, and this is carbocation is there. So it will not form carbocation. Initially Cl minus will be there, right? So before breaking it can attack like this, and here it will form Cl plus, C plus and Cl minus. I'll get this product, right? So this thing you need to know. So these are some electrophilic ring opening reaction. Let us see now. Every time what all the things we have studied, we have broken this carbon and nitrogen bond, this bond, or this carbon and nitrogen, this bond we have broken, right? Now let us see some reactions in which we broke carbon and this carbon bond, this bond we shall break, right? Let us see those things, right? So this aziridine is there, right? Aziridine, this will be equivalent to this cyclobutane, right? So let us see some reactions of cyclobutane, how it is. So this is cyclobutene, not butane, butene, just sorry for that, right? And here R is above, here also R is above. Let us think, means it is cis. So see here, a pericyclic reaction, if you have seen at thermal condition, bond breaks like this. So here 2 electrons, here 2 electrons, total 4 electrons are involved, 4 electrons, and it is electrocyclic ring opening, right? Electrocyclic ring opening. So in electrocyclic ring opening, we have two conditions. One is thermal condition and photochemical condition. If 4n electrons are there, then thermal means con-rotatory, and here photochemical disrotatory. If it is 4n plus 2, then it will be disrotatory and it will be con-rotatory. That thing we know, right? So see here it is 4 pi electron, so 4 pi electron, and here thermal condition we are maintaining. See, with a marker I am showing, yellow marker. So thermal condition con-rotatory. So con-rotatory stands for, see here, con means there will be change in stereochemistry. Change in stereochemistry. If it is dis, then there is no change in stereochemistry. So what is this change in stereochemistry? See here, if it is change in stereochemistry means if initially it is cis, it becomes trans. Initially if it is trans, it becomes cis. No change means cis remains cis, trans remains trans, right? So these are the facts you need to remember in electrocyclic ring opening. So I counted, it was cis, right? And it was 4 electrons. So, and it is thermal condition. So in thermal condition, 4n electrons means con-rotatory. So it was cis, now I should get trans. And here ring opening happens. So how it will happen? Like this here, right? So if, see here, if R is outside, if this R also comes outside, then it will be cis. I should get trans, right? So one R will be outside and this R is there, right? This R will be inside, right? So this is how we will get trans, right? So this is like a electrocyclic ring opening of this cyclobutene, right? In the same way, this aziridines also react, right? So these are analogous to cyclobutene we call. So this is aziridine, R is there, right? Here R is above, here also R is above, means it is cis. So what happens at thermal condition? It has got lone pair, right? This lone pair comes on here, right? And this electron density breaks and carbon gets negative charge. So what happens here? Nr double bond plus, and here R will be like this, right? And here R inside, and this got negative charge, right? This thing you understood, right? So how it is like? It is like 1,3 dipolar systems here, 1,3 dipolar system, right? So if I want to write it again like this, I will write it nicely. See here, I will write like Rn double bond. Instead of writing R, I can write COCH3, right? Here also CH2, which is having minus charge, and here COCH3 instead of writing R, and here nitrogen is having positive charge, right? I hope you are getting it, right? So I can resonantly, if I do, see this negative charge to take nitrogen takes that pi bond and becomes neutral, and this carbon gets COCH3 positive charge, and this carbon gets COCH3 COCH3 it is, and this is negative charge. To this, if I add any like this compound COOCH3 and COOCH3, then what happens? This negative charge attacks here. From this, electron density comes to that carbon and attacks to this carbon, right? I will get this compound. So 3-membered ring became now 5-membered ring, and here double bond COOCH3 and COOCH3 and other things here COCH3 and COCH3. This compound will get 5-membered compound, right? So the reaction, I hope you got it, right? So these are the few reactions of this aziridines, right? Next, let us see reactions like other miscellaneous reactions, other ring opening reactions. So what happens, how happens, let us see that. So Let me take one example. Right, so this is nitrogen is there, and nitrogen within 5-membered ring like this. See, nitrogen valence is 3, but here it is 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is not pi bond, single bond. So nitrogen will be having positive charge, right? Right. So to this, if I add methanol, MEOH. So here instead of nitrogen having plus charge, ClO4 minus will be there. I hope you know the structure. Chlorine means valence is 4, right? Now like this it will be ClO4 minus means oxygen valency double bond O 4 5 6 and O minus. This is the structure of ClO4 minus. That will be asked, right? In most of the PUC classes they will ask what is the structure of ClO4 minus, what is the oxidation state of Cl chlorine here, or sometimes they will ask hybridization of this chlorine, right? These things, right, you should know. Further, if I add methanol, so what happened, see here. So this methanol will be having lone pairs, it will attack this carbon. As soon as it attacks, this electron bond will be broken and nitrogen gets that electron density and becomes neutral. So I'll get this like this structure I'll get. So here OMe will be there, and here, sorry, not this bond will be broken, right? So CH2, this nitrogen became neutral and it has 5-membered ring. So total valency will be 3 and it has got its lone pair back. Like this it will do reaction, right? Further, if I add HClO4, right, it is acid, perchloric acid, something we will call, right? So HClO4. So what it will do, this lone pair again it gives to this H plus, so I'll get this structure OMe here, CH2 nitrogen, now H, nitrogen gets positive charge, ClO4 minus, right? This is how we will get the product, right? So this is some miscellaneous reactions, right? These are also easy, but just you once you understand you will get to know. So next, condensation reaction. Within that condensation reaction, miscellaneous are there, right? So this is condensation. So same compound I will take. See here, what I will do, I'll take the same compound which I explained now. So it is like this, right? Right. So this nitrogen is having positive charge, so it breaks this bond, so we can show like this. Now it will be like this, 5-membered ring, nitrogen got lone pair, and this will be having positive charge. So if I have some compounds like this, see here, RCOH aldehyde. So what happened, this lone pair attacks here, electron density moves on oxygen, so I'll get this compound, see, CH2 nitrogen 5-membered ring, and here O minus and R, hydrogen I will not show, and this carbon is having positive charge, right? So this positive negative bond formation happens and I will get a 5-membered ring like this, nice 5-membered ring. So CH2 N O CH, here R, and here 5-membered ring will be there, and nitrogen is having positive charge, here also nitrogen I forgot, right? And ClO4 minus will be there in the solution, so ClO4 minus. So ionic pair we call it as. These are our ionic pairs. There will be ionic pair in the solution medium, right? Like this, right? I hope you got it, right? So instead of adding this aldehyde, if I add this compound N triple bond C Me, so what happened? This lone pair attacks to this carbon. This electron density moves on nitrogen. So I hope you will write this. You will write final product. I will write. So ionic pair, what I will get? This one. I hope same thing. Just you write. So here nitrogen instead of oxygen, nitrogen comes. Here nitrogen. Right. Sorry. Here C carbon should come, right? So this carbon double bonded nitrogen, and here methyl group, right? This nitrogen will be 5-membered ring. and nitrogen having plus charge and ClO4 minus ionic pair will be there. So this is how we will get the product, right? I hope you will write it by yourself, right? So there are few more reactions, let us see them also. This video may become little bit longer, but no, these are simple reactions, let me complete within this, right? So next one, let me take this example. I should not leave any of the example, just I will solve more number of, just you keep writing with me. Simple reactions, right? So lone pair are there, NOCl. So structure you should know, N double bond O and Cl. So as soon as it goes the lone pair, chlorine is good leaving group will lose the system, and I'll get this kind of structure, NH here, NO, and nitrogen gets positive charge, and here R, and here R. So Cl minus is there, right? So what happened? Simply in like this, this compound is there, right? So what happens? It takes this electron density, neutral it became, again it gives, so we will get alkene here. Along with that I'll get N2O plus, this structure I will get N2O, right? This is how we'll get structure of N2O plus. So this is how the reaction happens, right? This hydrogen will be lost further and we will get N2O. So N2O plus, not N2O plus, it is simply N2O, neutral, because this hydrogen will be lost and I'll get N2O, right? So some rearrangement reactions are there, these are very interesting, you can observe them also. So rearrangement reaction, right? Just you observe this RCO, and here nitrogen is there to this three membered ring, right? So it occurs in presence of heating or in acid condition. If you have here like this, it will give its a lone pair like this, so electron density moves on oxygen, so it will be like RO minus double bond N, and nitrogen gets positive charge. So nitrogen is electronegative atom, it can't have positive charge, so what it will do, it will attack this carbon, this bond will be broken, right? So we will get this product, R O will be there, double bond N, so this bond is broken, but here it is bond is there, CH2 C, so CH2 C, and this oxygen and carbon has bond formed, right? So this is how we will get. So again nitrogen become neutral, oxygen become neutral, and we got a 5-membered ring. So it is called ring expansion reaction also, we call rearrangement reaction or ring expansion, right? I hope you got it. Further, instead of this oxygen, if I have sulfur, same reaction, right? So see here like this, easy it is, S minus, nitrogen gets positive charge, and it is 3-membered ring now. So here this bond is formed and this bond is broken, so I can write like this, R, yes, this bond is formed, double bond N, this bond is broken, but these bonds are there, so this bond and this carbon. I hope how we will got this structure, right? So these are ring. So driving force of these reactions are, see here, the angle strain is the driving force, I didn't tell. So angle strain is there here, angle strain, 3-membered ring means angle strain is there. So to reveal that angle strain, that is the driving force, we will get 5-membered ring everywhere, 5-membered ring. So the reason is to get relief from this angle strain, so it will convert from 3-membered to 5-membered ring. So one more, that is pyrolysis. So what is this pyrolysis? See, aziridine I will take to this COR, N substituted, right? So here let me take methyl, here also methyl, instead of writing CH3 I will write CH2 and H. So because of since this hydrogen is near to oxygen lone pair, so what happens, some rearrangement happens. It happens only in pyrolysis, means highly heating condition around 160 degree 120 degree Celsius, this kind of reaction happens. So it will form a 4-member transition state, 1 2 3 4-member like transition state, right? So what it will do like this, it will, let me show, it happens only in presence of, I have told, CH3 like this, right? 4-member transition state. Further this bond will be found, this bond will be formed, and this bond will be broken. Let us see that. Right. So let us see that. So what happened? Nitrogen hydrogen bond is formed. So nitrogen gets positive charge, and here one methyl, and here CH2 is there, it gets negative charge. Right. So what happened? This bond comes here, this bond breaks here, and again nitrogen becomes neutral. So I will get this product here. This methyl is there, and here, sorry, this bond is broken. So double bond here, and here COCH3 and H. So this is how the rearrangement happened. Right. So this occurs only in heating condition around pyrolysis. Pyrolysis means heating condition. It is through 4-member transition state. We will get this, and the driving force of this reaction is again ring strain. From 3-membered ring, it has gone to open ring opening has happened. Right. So this is the driving force. Right. There are few more reactions, only small reactions. Let us do that. And nitrogen is having lone pair, carbon double bond S, right? CS2, carbon disulfide, that's the structure, right? You should know this is carbon disulfide. So here, like this, simple reaction. So what happened? This carbon attacked, so nitrogen got positive charge, and this carbon S minus and double bond S, right? So this sulfide will attack here, this bond will be broken. So ring expansion happened. So here N is there, here carbon to this sulfur carbon bond formation, and nitrogen, hydrogen, right? So it became neutral nitrogen, right? Here double bond S is there, that double bond S is there. I hope you got it, how I got, right? Simply if I show here, this bond is formed, this bond is broken. So this bond is not there. So nitrogen is attached to one carbon here, to this double bond S is there, to this one more S, and this S is found bond between this carbon attached to one more carbon, this carbon, and here nitrogen bond, right? This is how we will get, right? So these are simple reactions. So let us see few more reactions. Friedel-Crafts reaction in Friedel-Crafts reaction, right? So let us see that. So what happens? Nitrogen is there, here lone pair, so we will add ElCl3 in presence of benzene ring, right? So ElCl3, it will take this lone pair and makes nitrogen positive. So hydrogen here, ElCl3, and nitrogen makes positive, right? So here benzene ring is there. So what nitrogen takes, it takes the lone pair and makes this carbon positive, right? I will write like this simply, Cl3 minus, here minus I should write. So electrophilic substitution reaction, and I'll get this product. See here. So benzene ring will be there. So this positive, and here carbon to this one more carbon to this nitrogen, hydrogen, and AlCl3 minus, right? So rearomatization is the drawing process. This proton will be left at H plus, and we will get this product. Simply benzene ring I will get, and here CH2 N AlCl3 and one hydrogen, like this we will get these products, right? I hope you understood it, right? Friedel-Crafts. Otherwise you watch, just rewind it, watch, you will get it. Simple it is. Now N substitution reaction we shall see. So N substitution, right? The spelling you write by yourself. So R is there, like Cl COOET. If I add here nitrogen lone pair, here hydrogen is there, it will attack. Chlorine is a good living group, so chlorine left the system. I'll get this product, NHCOOET, and nitrogen gets positive charge. So instead of breaking this carbon nitrogen bond, if nitrogen takes the lone pair, it becomes neutral. So minus H plus I can, if I remove, so I'll get N alkylated product. So here N ester product is there, right? Like this, reaction. Similarly for this, if you add methyl iodide, same step, and I'll get this product, methyl, instead of hydrogen left the system, right? So these are nothing but n alkylation, right? So n substitution. In next class, let us see one more